see what we can do. See if we can make some magic happen. It's not.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Okie dokies. Let's see what we can do. Let me take my phone off of here. Craig says it's back up. Okay. Let's see. Ask Mr. Bits and Bytes to check or exchange the memory. It must be you. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. Might be a little tentative. A little bit. I'm feeling a bit cautious. Hey you guys! Of course, I've told everybody that I'm not coming on tonight because I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't expect it to actually just come back to life again. So let's see. Hey everyone! I think we're live. It's been a bit of a rocky, hour because the computer decided to go bleh on us. And I think we're up and running, but to be fair, who knows? So if you're there, give us a shout out so that we know that you can hear us and that you can see us. And once I know that that's got the thumbs up, then at least I can crack on, I suppose. I'll get Craig to jump on as well. All right, so, oh, yay! Brina's here. Okay, Brina's here. Craig, close that thing, please. And then we can do what we need to do. Whee! Brina can hear us and see us. Okay, fantastic. So, apologies to those of you who saw my post on Facebook and also saw on the YouTube community the fact that my computer had died. Thought it had, certainly told me that it had, but Craig managed to do some sort of magic and we're back up and running. No idea what happened, no idea if it needs a little bit of TLC or something. We'll have to figure that all out, but not at 9:30 on a Friday night because for me, that's my happy time. It's back to front.
May or may not die.
It may or may not die. Oh, please don't die, Mr. Computer. I just want to craft for a little while. It's been so long. So I missed you guys. It's been a bit of a crazy couple of weeks. So last week I was at, where was I? Last week I was at the Farmer Show. Hey, Amy! You were there. You were there with me. And then the week before was just before I went to Stitches in Birmingham. So there's been a lot going on and not a lot of crafting, which is totally unacceptable. So I'm actually just going to launch straight into crafting because I am excited and I can't wait, to be honest. Okay, so I told you guys a little while ago that I picked up some stuff from Hello Sweetums. Hello Sweetums is actually closed now. So sad. But they had a sale, I guess, like the final hurrah sale. And I'm sure you can still get some of their stuff on places like Simons and Stamp and Scrapbook.com, etc. I'm sure you can. And be surprised if it's all gone. But I thought that I would treat myself to some kind of cuties that they have there. And I wanted to make a card with both their guinea pigs. This is called Squeak Cheeks. And this one is from Heffy Doodle called Hello Squeak Heart. So I want to make a card using both of these. And I'm just gonna crack on because like life is short and computers are unpredictable. So I'm gonna see if I can find myself some of my what do you call it? Clairefontaine cardstock, which seems to have gone AWOL at the moment. Because I want to do some ink blending on the background here. Let me see if I can. Hi Amanda, how are you? How are you? Okay, that's a very sad looking one. I don't think that's gonna cut the mustard. Okay, well, we'll just have to try something else. Hey Ashley, are you going to make an adorable combo? Asks Amy. I am. That's the plan anyway. I would like to try and make an adorable combo. I'll have to use some Bristol, seeing as my Clairefontaine is obviously on vacation somewhere. Oh, I found her. Oh no, I didn't. That's craft. Oh well. I did spend most of this week trying to reorganize my craft room because it is pretty much chaos at the moment. It's a little bit nuts. Because with being away at the craft show and everything, I had stuff taken away, stuff that I didn't take away, things pulled out that don't normally get pulled out, but that's just life. All right. So I'm going to make a little panel to go on a card that will be a, what do they call it? A slimline card? A slimline card, is that what they call it? And I haven't quite figured out what size a slimline is, but this looks about right. 3.5 looks about right. I would like to say this is 8.25, not 8.5. So let's trim that down to 8. This is going to be my panel, and I'm going to use another piece of card to do some what's the word, slopes, like slopes and things. I'll just take another 3.5. I'll pop that down there for now. Yeah, I thought that these two would go really, really well together. I thought that they would work. And they're cute. Little cutie patooties. So I'll get my ink blending, or my craft mat, my blending mat out. And one of these is going to be the background, and then one I'm going to use to create some, like a floor, I guess, for want of a better word. And I think I'm actually just going to use a craft knife for it rather than anything else, because I don't know whether the dies will be long enough. No, they definitely won't be long enough for that. So I'm just going to use a craft knife, and I'm going to need a craft mat of some description. Just to cut this down. Normally they are designed to fit a number 10 envelope. That's a concept that is foreign in this part of the world. What's a number 10 envelope? So anything up to 9x4 works. Okay, this works for me. So let's see. That looks nice. And then I'll have another one that goes up like this slightly. keep that one for later. I think that looks cool. Obviously, you can't really see anything at the moment, but when we get it ink blended up, it'll all be awesome. All right, so this is my, the back. I'm gonna have this almost like they're in a vivarium. Do you guys know what a vivarium is? So Fiskars lived in a vivarium. It's basically like a fish tank. It's a glass tank that reptiles and rodents and things can live in. Now for the actual ground, I wanted to kind of look like sawdust. When we had Fiskars actually, we didn't use sawdust. We used this thing called Carefresh, and it was made, it kind of looked like bits of paper towel or kitchen roll kind of stuff. And it was much better. There was less dust. Number 10 is the standard size in the US to hold 8.5 by 11 sheet folded in thirds. Okay, so we call that a DL. I don't know why. No idea what DL stands for, but that's what it's called. A DL envelope. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? Oh, Rebecca, I have to tell you something. I have found a new home for my clutter keeper, and it's actually, I've been looking for something to hold these things for a while now, and I never even thought about your clutter keeper until I came back from the craft show and I was putting everything away and I came across it. I was like, oh, yes, yes. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. What size do you use in the UK? Asks Amanda. So we have, when for like a normal letter or a bill or something that you would get an invoice, they have what they call a DL envelope, and it is designed for an A4 piece of paper or card folded in thirds. I probably have a DL in here somewhere. I feel like that's a DL. Let me see. Just over 8.5. By just over 4.25. So it's a slightly different size from you guys, I guess. It's about 11 centimeters by 22 nearly. So slightly different size. But I also think that it doesn't really matter. All right, because I know Rebecca's going to be dying to know what it is. Can you see it from here? You can. Can you see this? Da-da-da-da. So over here is my Gemini. And normally I keep the Gemini plates on this surface, but I hate having them on that surface. And I wanted something to hold them upright so that there's less like footprint. Because normally when I'm on a live, I take things out and set it there. I need that space. So I have my clutter keeper holding my plates and the shims and the embossing mat here all together, and it sits so beautifully behind my Gemini, well, just to the side of my Gemini. I'm excited. Awesome sauce. All right, a little bit of old paper. So I've used some scattered straw, distress oxides, first of all. And now I'm going to come in with some old paper just to kind of darken up some of these areas. I use it for cutting plates too, says Rebecca. Yay! Perfect. All right. Going to use some antique linen. I'm going to actually splatter this, I think. Hello to Wendy, who's joining us on Facebook. Hello, hello. Let's get some water on the go to splatter this. So this is, which one's this? Antique linen. But I might actually come in with some darker tones as well, because I think these little splatters will create lots of like lovely texture. Let's see. A little bit of vintage photo on the go here. Ooh, too much. Okay, mix it up. So this one here will be lying behind, so it's kind of the top that I need to do more of on this one. Not really worried about the bottom, it's going to be hidden a bit more. Hello, Tally, how are you? I still haven't found my missing marker, Tally. You made it alive, yay! After the craft show at Farnborough, I was messaging Amy and Tally going, I'm missing a marker. My tri-blends, one of them has gone on a vacation somewhere that I can no longer find. So sad. This looks kind of green now, this old paper. Bizarre. Okay, we're getting nice. Hey Jen, just popping in before hubby comes home with dinner. Nice. We went out, Piper was promised that she could go swimming today. Well, that was the agreement anyway. And then today before school, there was a little bit of, 8-year-old drama. So the swimming got removed from the agenda after fair warning. So afterwards I actually had to go on an errand anyway and pick up some paint for our new shed because it was on clearance, and the only place that had it was near where Amy lives actually, so I had to drive over there. And we went into a toy shop because it's nearly Piper's birthday, so we went in to have a little look at some options there. And when we came home, I was expecting Craig to have made a start on dinner, but he hadn't realised that there was stuff in the fridge. So he was like, I thought you were going to come home with dinner. I thought, no. And we had a look at what the option was, and it was going to take nearly an hour to make, and it was already nearly, 7:30. So we had a cheeky takeaway. When I used to work in an office block, on a Friday, nearly always, we would get a takeaway for lunch because there was loads of places near us that did like a lunch deal special. So we always called it Fat Friday. Jen says, did Piper end up getting her haircut? She did. Piper got a fringe this week. It looks really good, actually. We're really pleased with it. It was a little bit of a whim. It kind of happened really fast. We were a bit scared that she was going to change her mind. But no, she's loving it. She came out of the shower on whatever night it was, Monday or Tuesday. Monday or Sunday maybe it was, and I dried her hair all nice and straight, and then I took her hair and brushed it down the front because it kind of lay down the front anyway, and then I bent it back and pinned it so it looked like she had a fringe. I said, let's go play a trick on Daddy. And so she went downstairs. Daddy, look, Mommy cut me a fringe. And anyway, she decided that bangs, to cut bangs, that she decided then that she wanted said fringe or bangs. So the next day at school, in the schoolyard, we're dropping her off. She's telling everybody about the prank that we played. And she claims, I'm gonna get a fringe. And one of the school mums, one of the ladies, the mother of someone who's in her class, is a hairdresser. So I said, oh, is that something you could do? And she was like, yeah. So then she came round to ours the next day after school. And yeah, it happened. She got her bangs. Okay, so we've got a ball, one of those like football things. It is adorable. She didn't have time to cut the bottom. She just cut the fringe, but it looks really good. I need to take a photo. I think these guys will look really well together. I might need another magnet, however. Awesome. Yeah, it's looking really good. And what I'm most excited about is the fact that I haven't once had to tell her, Piper, right, when she's eating, Piper, can you put your hair behind your ears? Because these bits would always come down around the front anyway. And then she'd be like eating her food and this, please take your hair out of your mouth. Dear. Oh, I probably don't need that big cheese. I don't think a big massive piece of cheese is going to be required in this vivarium. But I'll do it anyway. So the Hello Sweetums line is a bit thicker than what we've got on this Hello Squeakheart over here. But we'll make it work. Nice. I think we're good. Oops. Put this out of the way for a minute. So I don't have the dice for these guys, so I am going to have to cut them out the old-fashioned way or send them through the scan and cut. But maybe I can use them as placement for now. I've accidentally managed to splatter this. We'll turn it over for now. All right, so we've got this like this. Background over here. So I'm thinking I might put a piece of acetate behind this to give that look of glass. So let's see what I've got down here in my stash. I have some extra thick acetate that we sell in the Heffy Doodle store, and it is brilliant for actually making cards that stand up. From the acetate, so you can make a card with like an acetate base. It's really cool. Probably don't need something that strong, so I think this one will do. Which is still rather beefy. So here we go. And I might actually add a little bit of color, perhaps. Add a little bit of like a tumbled glass color, I think. Tumbled glass. And I'm gonna go for oxide, and I'm also gonna go for my brush. Now I did bring these brushes to all the different shows I went to, so I'll take the excess ink off them first of all, and then gently bring some color into the background here. It doesn't need to be perfectly blended because I just want to give the illusion that it's glass behind there. Tally says, I thought it was an under the sea scene when I first tuned in. Actually, I also have mermaids over there that I'm hoping to combine with the Oceans of Love set. So there might still be an under the sea scene happening. There's a gorgeous card on the blog today. Was it Jen? Was it you that did it? I saw someone comment about it. It was like the teal color. Maybe it was actually. It's like teal colors, all like monochromatic. It looks really cool. I'm going to go in and have another closer look. Okay, so I have some blue there. I'm going to spray it with my pearlescent spray. So this is a little bit of Perfect Pearls mixed with water, if there's enough in it, that is. Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, I think I'm going to have to top her up. But that's okay, because I'll always use it. So I'm adding it up with some water. And then I'm going to take some Perfect Pearls. So Tally, you said I meant to try them, but I didn't get a chance. Do you mean Hello Sweetums? Okay, so I'm just taking a scrap piece of card and using it as a spoon. Scoop up a little bit of that pearlescent powder and then give it a good swoosh round. I think maybe my doodah is busted. I think I need a new spritzer bottle. Okay, plan B. Let's see. Oh, the brushes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. This is just a little empty bottle from Aladdin. I'm not sure. Ooh, it's quite... The other one comes out as a bit more of a finer mist. This one's a little bit more, well, it's a bit more aggressive, I guess, but it still looks cool. So let's put that over here. And I'll just wipe this onto a cloth to clean off the excess ink before I pop it away. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry. And then I have my little scene going on over here and I can get coloring. I also meant to, Tally, see if you had any re-inkers with you, and I forgot to ask you. Can you guys see? I'm going to color this little guy a warm gray. This is W0. W3. W1. W0. And E93, W1. And I'll go for R20 for a little bit of cheek blush. Oh, so also at the show, hey Tiffany, didn't get to say hello earlier. Somebody introduced me to the Jelly Roll pens. I don't know if you guys have used these ones before. I've always used the Uniball Signo white gel pen and had a bit of a love-hate relationship with them. And someone let me use one of these gel pens belonging to them. And what I like about it is that there's a 0.5, 0.8 and a 10, or I guess it's a 1. 05, 08 and 10 widths, so there's different thicknesses of the nibs, which I'm really liking the sound of, and I've been able to do a perfect little circle in there. Whereas with my Signo, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I could always leave like a gap in the middle or something weird. I don't know. I get so mad at it. So that's a W Grays. Let's see if we can get some cool grays for another mousy. I guess technically, would you put rats in the same cage as a guinea pig? I'm not sure you would, but in my card making life, that's what's happening. We need Elena here. Elena is a friend of mine whose surname is Friend, ironically. And she used to work with me, and she had the cutest rats. They were so adorable. She would breed them. And I'd love going over to her house to see her rats. And my favorite ones were the Dumbos, where the ears like stick out on the side of their head. And you can get ones with like a curly or a coarse fur. I think they're called Rex. I'm surprised this one's working. My browns tend to not work. I need to get replacement ink for them all. So that's a little E31. E33. I'm actually going to blend it out with a little YR31, which gives it more of a sandy color. And E00 as well. The gel pen I really miss and loved were the Milky Way pens by Pentel. I've only used jelly pen that you showed since, oh yeah, the Jelly Roll, since I started card making. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the one that you mentioned there, the Milky Way pens. I don't know what that is. What was it like? We are intrigued. When I was young, I was visiting my dad in San Francisco and he got me a baby rat. I held it in my sleeve through the airport and on the plane back to Vegas. Oh, you're naughty, but that's kind of awesome and you're my hero now. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Okay, this guy is going to be a hooded rat, which means his head is going to be this color, but his butt is going to be white. So let's get some cool grays on the go. I can't believe that you smuggled it home. That's nuts. Hi, Nancy. How's the ice cream going tonight? We are creating a little haven full of rodents on tonight's stream. Oh, he's so cute. I'm gonna want a rat after this. I'm already in like animal brooding mode because on Facebook, you know the way they do the memories? Well, this time last year, I had this sign saying, only 3 days until we bring home Ranger. So, oh, my little baby, he's almost been with us a full year, which is exciting. All right, what should we go for this house? We've got 2 houses this time. They would be like a blue or a pink, maybe. We go for some pinks. Or maybe even turn it into a red. Oh, I had an idea about about using another stamp. Whenever Fiskars got into his when we like cleared out the tank for him, he'd go nuts. We'd normally like clean it out and then put in a handful of sawdust, then put him in and then sprinkle the other rest of sawdust, and he would like run around like, this is so fun, this is so much fun. And it was like snowing for him, and then he would like dig into the freshly laid Carefresh stuff because it was all loose, it wasn't quite compacted yet, so it was really good fun for him. What's that? Flesh. What's the other one I need? Something about a prawn. That's peach. Here you are. Light prawn. And anyway, he used to love making himself like a little nest, I guess, for want of a better word. And I was thinking of our excellent news stamp set. And there is a little nest in that one. So I thought what I could do is maybe stamp the nest or find a way to make that work. Even tuck it in behind this little guy. That was 25 years ago, says Tiffany. I would not try to do anything like that now. I think that if you're a child, you might have gotten away with it. You know, you bat your eyelids and you feign ignorance. You're like, oh, you know. But as an adult, I don't think we I don't think things would slide that much. I can't believe that you carried it home. That's hilarious. Okay. Water bottle here, little BG10, of course. And then I'm going to add some water to it. Oh, that's super juicy. BG 000. Oh, where is BG 000? There he is. BG 000. What else have I got? That is close to that. BG 01 maybe. Seems too dark. I think it's probably a bit saturated at the moment. All right, what color should the end of this water bottle be? They're kind of plastic, so it doesn't really matter. It could be any color at all. I think this wheel is going to be purple. No, wait, Fisker's was blue. I was going to say like Fisker's, but his was blue, I think. I'm going to swap. I'm going to make it purple, but I'm going to swap over to my classiques, I think. See if I can get some purples on the go for these ones. Kind of a bit more pinky. Can blend them out nicely. So these ones are the Spectrum. No, they're not. Yes, they are. Spectrum or Classic. Or Classic, if you want to be not so classy about saying it. And I'm going to leave some white gaps. Or maybe even make them a bit more pinky. So that it almost looks like the light is catching it, if you know what I mean. I think maybe I need to darken up. Some of these areas that would be shaded a bit more. I'm not as big of a fan on the shape of these markers, it would appear. All right, so I'm loving these so far. Let's move over to my guinea pigs. Guys, I need help. I don't know what color guinea pigs are. I know that you can get ones which are like tricolored. Is that the right word even for it? Is that the right word? I don't know. Ah, he's already so cute. Quick, somebody Google me what a guinea pig looks like. We'll give him darker ears. Color one, black and white. Black and white. I don't think I've ever seen a guinea pig that's black and white before. Interesting. I shall. Mine needs to be teddy brown with white splotches. What's a reddy brown? There we go. What's teddy brown? Come on, Tally. You need to be like, mine was a YR31. Or was it maybe more of a E15 kind of situation? So I need to do one black and white. Let's do him black and white then. Shall I do him all black? Except for the white patch up his belly. I guess we're going for that. I don't understand why my grays run away from me so much. I'm gonna try and blend it out so that we have a little bit of depth in the background. But I don't want to lose his lovely little features. Oh, he's so cute. He needs black ears though. An R39. I don't think I have an R39. This is where I'm going to struggle. I've got an R37. What are you? You're 47. An E08. No, I don't think I have an E08 either. I feel like I don't recognize them. A YR18. YR15. YR16. Oh no, that's Y38? No. YR23. Oh, that's the problem. There's too many Copics. You can't have them all. Tally, do you have them all? All right. I think they still need some cheekies. Oh, Darbs. And I think I need a different color of a house for this one, so I might go for a little pistachio. Let me touch this button because it's... Okay, so that's pistachio. BG23. BG34. I think I'm just going to color in the hole like it's a dark hole. Nope, about half. I used Sandy's hex chart to pick the ones that weren't too similar. I have a hex chart as well, but it's nowhere near like complete. C5. C9. Maybe I need to go all see 7, 5, 7, and 9 for that guy, and hope that I haven't gone onto my table. And we'll go for a yellow roof. Oh, what was that? Y08, Y02, Y15. And we have another little drinker dude. And we'll do him purple. With BG1, VO2. And I have a bowl here with some kibbly things in it. So I will cover them first of all with some brownies and yellowy tones. And I think we'll go for blue actually. Maybe darken it up a bit. All right, this guy though, I don't really know, because I think that most of the time these are clear, but the one we had for Fiskars was actually purple. We'll just use a little bit of BG10 on there to create the illusion of curves. And I've got one extra dude. What color shall he be? I feel like some of these guys, some guinea pigs, are multicolored. Let's have a look. Guinea pig. They're so cute. So we have this kind of guy who's light. Oops, no, I don't want to download it. Or we go for the reddy brown color. I think a reddy brown would be really cute. Let's see, this might be too reddy brown. An E08. E35. A Y38. YR31. Oh, I love him. And I'll use the 35 for his ears. Yay! All right, I think the colouring is done, at least for the most part. Now we get to die cut and assemble. And I might still add that cute little nest that we had in the Excellent News stamp set. But let's work with what we've got, because we've got quite a lot going on over here. All right. And what I might do is actually tape down the background so that we can see what our canvas is going to be like. Ranger's having a dream. I can't forget to put tails on these little guys. Do not let me forget. We've got Ranger's best bud coming over for a play date tomorrow night. I can't say his name because, well, Ranger recognizes his name. It is spelled M-I-L-O. Although we now are spelling it so often that I think that it's only a matter of time before he figures that one out. His best bud's mom or owner is called Sarah, and we figured out that actually he knows when we say the word Sarah as well. His ears perk up like I'm just waiting for the next word, the M-I-L-O word. So although he's having a play date tomorrow night, we can't tell him because, well, he's no concept of time. So if you say it, he thinks it's going to happen straight away, of course. Which just leads to all sorts of trouble. Because he's very cute, but he is not very patient. I think Piper and I will head out to the cinema tomorrow. We're just talking about how we haven't been to the cinema in ages, and she would like to go see Frozen 2. And it's been out for ages now as well. So I don't know how much longer it's gonna be hanging around, if you know what I mean. Okay, can you guys see the shine on that? Pretty cool. Oh, maybe I should put this on the front. Like, does that make sense? So that it's, maybe I should put this here and then that, And then this is on the front, so they're behind the glass. Oh yeah, should we do that? Is that better? So behind the glass. That might be cool. What do you guys think? Let's remove it for now anyway. We can make a start on placements and things. All right. Fussy cutting time, dudes. Feels like forever since I've been fussy cutting. Massive shout out, by the way, to Tally, who did all the make and takes at our stand at the local craft fair that we did. It's no easy task talking all day and night. Well, talking all day anyway. I think that one's going to go in the background. You might need to stick to things that work in regards to sizes. I wish there was like a little ladder or something. That would be cute. Let's put this guy in here. Amanda says, how was the show? It was really good. So we never really know what things are going to be like over here in the UK. The industry is very different. It's like our style isn't really in line with the mainstream crafting, if that makes sense. So sometimes it feels like a little bit of a gamble. But we pretty much like sold out on our make and takes. Everybody booked in. I think the first of every day we didn't, because people were just getting in and we started them. I think probably we had one slot too early, if that makes sense. Like we had a slot at 10, but the doors only opened at 10. And then by the end of the first day, even lots of the slots for the next day were taken. I guess people were maybe coming for a 2-day event. They were making a night of it or whatever. Hee hee. Oh, he's adorable. Fiona, nice to see you. It's the first time I managed to catch this for months. Had to work early. To be fair, it feels like this is the first time in months that I've been here because, well, I've been gallivanting everywhere. Gallivanting, is that an Irish word? I feel like that's not a culturally, you know, one of these ones that you can just carry with you. Awesome. All right, I may need to cut off some of these just to make it work. Fiona says, Pear Blossom Press, I love your light kits. Yay! I know, I need to make another card with them. Actually, Piper is eager to use the Easy Lights. And she will probably be doing a live stream at some point using them. All right, so this needs to go, I think, on the side over there. I don't want it to look like it's coming out of his head. These guys can have a conversation over here. Hello. And maybe this can even go underneath. Like he's like, okay, I'm giving up. I'm exhausted, he says. Of course, you know what you need to put in there is little black like dots. Because the wheel that we had for Fiskars had like slits in it, obviously so that he can breathe. And we just called it a poop dispenser because he would whiz around the floor and then falling out of his, the slots would be all his little poops, little tiny little black poops. Maybe the wheel was just too much excitement for one little gerbil. Fiona says, I'd love to be gallivanting, but alas, I teach Pilates. I've been doing Pilates and I love it. My clients have been wanting to come in early. Ugh. 42 degrees and 37 at 8 a.m. I do a 9 o'clock class on a Monday, and I thought that I'd hate it, but I don't. I really enjoy it because it kind of sets you up for the week. Oh, this guy's gone off for an adventure. Actually, Fiskars would totally like zoom around like this. He would lose his footing and then zoom around. You go right, he'd be at the bottom of the wheel like this, tick, 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 and then he would slow down and it would go whoop. It's funny. Just use a hole punch to make some poop. Yeah, I think you just need like a little dot. Oh dear. Maybe this can go over here. And I've got one more little guy. Don't know where he's gonna live. Maybe this guy should be here. Like, what are you pointing at? Huh? What are you pointing at, guy? And then this dude can maybe even be behind here. Or maybe this guy should be climbing on the roof. That's another Fiskars trick. He loved to climb on the roof of things. Or, can we put this one over here? Oh no. Break it up a little. Please do not allow me to forget tails. That would be awful. There's a lot going on in this vivarium. I think that whoever has these guys are completely over their ratio. But I love it. All right. So if we did that and then put this on top, then it kind of looks like they're behind the glass. Yay. Okay, we're going to need to stick all these dudes down. I feel like I'm going to lose all of their like places as soon as I take them off. So I'm going to grab some press and seal. If I can find the end of it, that is. Okay. Huh. There it is. And it doesn't even have to be exact. Just a rough guideline will help me get sorted. Okay, so this one's going down first and then this one. Okay, cool. Fiona says, I'm glad you like Pilates. I started because I was in a car accident and broke a couple of vertebrae, and when I got pain-free, I changed careers from simultaneous translator, ooh, what language, to Pilates. Amazing. Well, I started it after I had my spinal surgery, mostly because the doctor said I had to. I'm not very good at exercise, and I've done it. I've done it in different places, and I've had many different teachers, because I first of all did it after work when I worked in the office, worked for the man. So I did it after work in the evening, and then I decided to change and do it in the evening, but I would come home, have dinner, and then go and do it, if that makes sense. I need to overhang this slightly. And then I didn't do it for ages and ages. I stopped doing it because the place where it was, they had really bad parking. And I said to Craig, I hate this. I hate the parking. It's so busy. And there's like a tree in the middle of like this small car park where there's all these cars parked, and you have to kind of skirt around the tree to come around like a roundabout. And I said, it just really feels like every time I'm gonna crash the car. So even if I go and I've had a not too bad day, by the time I get there, I'm like, this, like, oh, I'm gonna crash the car. And yeah, so it was kind of counterintuitive in that respect. And he said, so just quit, like, just leave it. If you're not happy, you don't want to do it, don't do it. I said, okay. And then it was the last night that I had my class, the last night of my class. And it was raining awfully bad. It was really dark. It was winter. I didn't want to go. I really didn't want to go. And I thought, oh, I've paid for my class. It's the last one. I don't want to flake. I told everybody I won't be here after this type of thing. I should go. So I made myself go. And guess what? I like scratched all the back of my car because I had to reverse out. There was like too many cars happening, and I had to reverse back. And then the bit in the middle with the tree had a small wall, probably only about that big, probably about 8 inches high or something, just enough to go down the skirt of my car. It was so sad. But hey ho. That's just the way life is. Okay, I'm gonna thicken up these lines a little bit just to see if I can make it kind of tie it in a little bit more. Excuse my noggin. Oh, I haven't colored in this bottom section yet. I feel like that's too thick now, but anyway. Japanese to German and then both to English. Wow. Okay, I'm going to stick him on. Oh, I love him. We're going to have to name them all. So this one's about here. I want to just have him sticking his head out. Need enough room for this guy. To be rolling around having fun. This dude needs to be munching on his dinner. Nom 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 nom. Or at least on his way to do that. And then I've got two friends over here. Okay, we're good. We're good with you. Thank you, Mr. Press and Seal. Oh, was there another mouse? 1, 2, 3. Was there only 3? Maybe there's only 3. Maybe these guys can be having a little chit chat. Okay, let's stick some of these down. It's a known fact that parking affects people's willingness to exercise. Oh, wow. I have my own studio from home so I can work around my kitties. Yeah. The instructor that I have now is really good. She's probably the best that I've ever had, and I've had at least 4, I think. And the only reason I started up again was in the summer, if you guys remember, after my trip to Disneyland, my back was really, really sore again. So I thought, well, better get back at it. And I'm really happy because when I went back, I couldn't even do cat pose. I couldn't do cat or cow. I could hardly bend at all. So sad. Giving him a little tail. There we go. And I couldn't bend down. I had to bend my knees if I was going to like roll down. There was a lot of struggling happening. I couldn't really do it. And if I was lying on the ground and I lifted my legs up, I couldn't get my legs straight because they were really tight hamstrings. But I can now. So it just goes to show ya. This guy could be here, I suppose, and these guys could be having a conversation. Yes, let's do it. I feel like, however, I need to draw his tail on first. Fiona says, I love how this is turning out. Which set is this? So it is a combo. We've got Heffy Doodles, Hello Squeakheart. Which are my mice. And then a set from Hello Sweetums called Squeak Cheeks. And I thought that they would be a perfect pair. Yeah. All right. I am loving it. Feel like we need a couple of little accessories because it's not busy enough. What have we got in here? I have a gorgeous personality, male client, who for years came when he got sore, got better, stopped, rinse and repeat. But he turned 50 and now comes religiously as he can't move and he stops. I know. I do feel like there's going to be me. That I just have to keep going. These sunflower seeds are definitely Fisker's favorite. So that's the sunflower seed from Hello Sweetums. And my one's a little bit smaller and pointier, I think. Oops. All right, I need to color this in. Hey, Linda. Linda says, this is adorable. Thank you, dear. Okay, so I need to pick a color for this. I might go for this pink. I am loving it. So I want to color this guy in as well. I might go for some blue. I think it's turned out so cute. So I do want to come in with that pen, the Jelly Roll pen, and add some little marks. Let's see if I can get it started. Oh, it's super nice. Okay, I'm gonna go for a slightly deeper one, which is number 8. Yeah, that's better, I think. It's more visible. So someone on the design team, I feel like it's Davina, puts like little dots on the actual like stamped line. Like this. I think it's adorable. I'm gonna also color in the sunflower seeds because they're white. I'm gonna try and work from the left and work my way across, because the jelly roll tends to stay wet a little bit longer. So what I don't want is to smudge it. I forgot to do his cheeks, and I can't go on without his cheeks. Oh, it's so cute. I'm so happy I found this gel pen. All right, I'm making my way across. I'm going to do 3 little dots on their cheeks. Fiona's off to work. Bye. Yes, says Amanda. It's Davina. Oh, Human Gamma Bomb says, how did Piper like her bangs? She loves them. Absolutely adores them. Which is good. Because it happened so quickly. We were a bit worried. Sorry, dudes. Ooh, I'm loving how you can see the sparkle really pick up. One of these days I'm going to actually learn about where the reflection bits should actually go. I'm just like a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Maybe there's a course or something that you can go on. Awesome. All right. I think that's fucking cool. Ranger does not care less. Okay, I need to put this on a card. Pick a light source location and keep the light and all that side of things. I've done some of them here. Like this probably shouldn't have a shine on it. Meh. Okay. I'll figure it out one day. All right. I feel like I should have trimmed this down, but Amanda, did you say that we've got a little bit of wiggle room? Maybe I can mount this onto some black card or something like that might be fun. Or actually, maybe the dark gray. Okay, we have some dark gray here. A look more like a vivarium. Ooh, I like it. So, what was I? Eight by 3.5. So let's go for 8 1/4 by 3 3/4. Oh, I did not cut that all the way down. Okay. Okay. Got that. And I'm going to take a piece of card. I'm going to use the Heffy Doodle White 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And I'm going to trim it down first of all. Oh, maybe I should do 8.5. Yeah, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, people. Hey, Candy. I must have missed you. Where are you? Hey, girl. Hey, girl, I missed you. Miss you too. Back at you. All right, so I need to be scoring about here. Four on the button. Amanda, what did you say it needed to be? Something within 9. Hopefully it's 4 and a bit within 9. Okay. So my card is 8.5 by 8, scored up halfway on the 4. Can you even see? Well, I'm happy that my computer hasn't like gone and died again as it wanted to do earlier. Nice, okay. I think that's looking quite like a vivarium. Especially with the grey trim. The challenge is going to be how are we gonna stick on the acetate. Ooh. What are you playing at? Yes, 4 by 9 works. Woohoo! Okay, great. We are working within the rules of math. Not that I ever pay much attention to the rules. Oops. Oh, it's too late. Got a really skinny edge over here. Gonna have to do. All right. So I wanted to put that on top to make it look like glass. But part of the challenge now is going to be sticking it down without it actually seeing the glue. So let me see. I could put a sentiment on top here, maybe, and then put the glue behind that. Let's see. Hello, Squeak Heart. Hello, Sweet Cheeks. Hello, Squeak Cheeks. Have a really great day. Probably don't want anything rats or guinea. We could do something like You're So Squeaking Cute, because squeaks can work for both of the rodents featured in tonight's Come Craft With Me. What do you guys think? A sentiment strip is a good idea. Okay, cool. We could do I like the way you roll, but it's very specific to one thing. Or we go for Hello Squeakheart. Let's try You're So Squeaking Cute. I feel like it's too tiny. But, que sera, sera. What color do I want? Shall I just go for white? Candy says, I'll have to watch the replay later. I've missed so much. Well, we started later as well. Yeah. Somebody asked on my last stream if I managed to see the picket fence sponges that they brought out, the Stamp King sponges. At Creativation. I only got to see it really briefly. It's a green sponge, but this is a sponge that I actually just picked up at the local grocery store, and it came this size, and I cut it in two and put it in my chamois holder by Make It by Marco. And the one by Picket Fence looks the same, like it looks like it has those holy majigs in it. So I thought that I would try it and just try that one and see what I thought. I actually don't think it dries out as quickly as a chamois, which is a bonus, for sure. And let's see, grab my strips of these. I'm actually gonna, no, I'm not. I'm gonna use the middle one. Hey Sherry, how are you doing? Let's see if we can get this cut out using the strips of these dies. So I just had a thought. I don't even know if it's going to work. I don't know if the sizes are going to work. I don't know whether they will, but let me verbalize a said thought. Our lovely little border dies I was wondering if the hearts would work. Ooh, it might. I actually might just cut this out and then stick it on rather than cutting the hole in here. So I've cut off the edge where I want it to be, and then I'm using this as a guide where the last word or letter ended. I can then flip this around and use it as a vague reference for where I want this one to be cut. And I'm going to use my lovely little borders to cut maybe like a reddy tone would work. In fact, let's just color in a little piece of card. That sort of pinky prawny color. And run that through the machine, and hopefully then we can just stick those ones on. Sherry says, fantastic. I'm so happy to turn on the machine, and there you are, live. Here I am. Indeed, I am indeed. Amanda says, I'm coloring, and I just took a before and after picture for you. Oh. Ooh, these are so beautiful, corally colors. So beautiful. In fact, I'm going to run it through again, I might want to add more hearts. What's the before and after, Amanda? Please share. Before and after what? Is it before and after you go over it again with the lightest color? I'm not the one to learn coloring tricks from, but thank you, says Amanda. Are you going to color along for the next 30 challenge or the 30-day challenge? I always have high hopes for that, and then never works. But you guys can be more disciplined than I can be. All right, let's put some double-sided tape behind this little dude. Gotta have high, high hopes for the living. Never got that in my head. All right. Okay. And where is my tweezers? I'll have to do. I outlined the edges of an image with a light grey marker to make it look not so flat on the page. I took pictures of it before and after so you can see the difference. Oh. Amanda had a video and commented, oops, I've lost my heart now, on how adding a grey surround made the image pop. So did you, is this an image that's not die cut, an image that's just stamped onto flat on the card, and then you went round the, you went round it with a light grey, so it almost looks like a little shadow? Is that what it is? You know, when I was posting almost daily on Instagram for the last time I did the 30-day challenge, I had higher traffic. Oh, well done. I feel like I just want to scatter these because they're so blooming cute. So I'm going to scatter them. Because I do what I want. Anyway. It's always good to scatter a little love around. These guys are talking about love. This guy is spreading, he's thinking about food. And he's loving that idea. He's like, yeah, I love food. And this guy over here, he's dreaming about vodka. I'm joking. Oh, they're so cute. All right. Oh, I'm in love with these guys. Now some tape behind here. And we done. Let's see, is this going to be too thick? Nope. It's going to be just right. Now to line it up one last time. Take off all the floof. Nobody does all 30 days. No, I don't think so. All right, guys. I think we are done. So here's my little vivarium filled with lots of furry friends and lots of little squeakhearts. I love these fat little guinea pigs. I think they're absolutely adorable. And I think my rats are enjoying playing with them. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Yay! I actually really like the can you see the spritz in the background? It's funny because that's kind of how the inside gets on the glass vivarium. Some of the dust pops up on it, and it's hard to clean sometimes. Managed to get glue on the edge here. To let it dry and then use an eraser to rub it off. If I keep touching it, it's just gonna get dirt on it. Yay! All right. It is 24 minutes past 11, and I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight, guys, because I've had fun, but I'm still a bit reluctant about this computer. I think it's got a vendetta to me. Samu Fun says, this is crazy good and interesting to watch. Thank you so much. Ashley says, love it. Adorable, says Amanda. Thank you, dear. Jerry says, card is so cute. We'll have to replay to start from the beginning. Yay! Happy days. Right, next week, I will see you then. I don't think there's anything else getting in the way. Yay! Normal schedule should be resumed. Gamma Button says, love your butts. Thanks, Gamma Ray. Or Gamma Bum, even. Where is all the other chat you're reading, says Samu Fun. It's not on Twitch. No, I am multi-streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch and Mixer. So it's coming all together on one comment chat. Linda says, love this. Thanks for sharing. And yes, I agree, Amanda, that I hope that you're healing quickly, Sherry. Good night, everybody. I shall see you all next week for some more crafty fun. Maybe I'll play with some more Hello Sweetheart, not Hello Sweetheart, Hello Sweetums stamps with Heffy Doodle. Maybe we'll get those mermaids done that I had intended to play with tonight as well. But if you have any other ideas or suggestions, then let me know, because I love playing with what you want me to play with. Bye-bye.